Welcome back to Alternative Reality Gaming. I'm your host, Lenny, and if you're lucky, one of my furry co-hosts will join us today. Your stream will begin shortly. Enjoy. Alright, here we are, back with some Euro Truck Simulator 2. We are playing on the Grand Utopia map, which is a 1-to-1 scale make-believe island that loosely resembles a French island. My co-host is here with us today, Bora. Hopefully she will not fuck me up and instead will play nice. Uh, so I'm working from the ground up, working for other companies until I can afford my own truck. I have 49,196 euros currently. The police are making this very difficult, but we're going to keep grabbing loads and keep working towards our truck. Everything in black, I have not seen. Everything in white, I have seen. I'm mostly trying to explore at the moment while making money. I'm actually more worried about exploring than the money, actually. So we mostly just kind of click somewhere and hope that we can find a load going up one of them black roads. One of the other things that I have figured out though is that if I can get a load from like here to here, I can force it to go the way that I want it to go if it doesn't. Um, so let's find a load that goes at least somewhere where I want to go. So like that. Hold on a second. Yeah, see, I've done that one. I want to get one that goes up that coast, and I'm really struggling to find one. Okay, this one going over to here might work because I might be able to redirect it up this coast and have it loop around. So as of right now, it's a 19-minute run. Let's grab it. Had to make sure I didn't have the mic muted. Wouldn't be the first time. All right. Love these Volvos. Let's get this truck started. Get the air filling up. Yes, I know the air won't fill up once I turn on the mirrors and stuff. The reason I do that is so that if there's anything digital, I can see it, like mirrors. All right. Scooch down a bit. Lower the wheels so I can see the dash. Go till you can just barely see the truck. We're in the truck. We don't need to know where it's at. If you lose the truck, you got more problems than you think. Same thing with the other side. Oh, that was I thought the game crashed. I panicked for a second. I'm like, Arr! All right, all the way out of the little one. It looks like that front mirror is where I'd like it. All right, according to the GPS, it looks like the exit's over there. Kitty, kitty, kitty. And kitty, since you came here, I've been lagging. What did you do? I know it was you. I can see you. That's what baby Satan does. She makes your games lag and then messes with everything. Almost hit that gate. Thank you, sir, for not taking up the part of the road that I needed. Got a red light. Hanger right here. Oh, crap. So, I gotta click on the map. Right now, it wants me to go this way. So what we need to try and do, before it lets me get too far, we need to click over here. So it forces us that way. Kind of wish, you know what, hold on a sec. What happens if I kill that one and I put it here? All right, what about here? Still a no. What if I put a second one? Okay, so we can actually discover almost all of this with only minimal backtracking. It kind of sucks that it's right here. I'd really like to go up and out of the way just to hit that, but you know what? We're going out of the way enough. The trip time now says 27 minutes instead of 19. Not that huge of a deal. Alright. So hopefully that kind of gives someone else other ideas that's watching this. Oh, I forgot you can't go through. Okay, that's kind of bogus. I went through a red light after stopping, and apparently it's illegal to go through a red light. Like a turn on red. I was not aware that that is not allowed. It is what it is. Undiscovered map. We'll just keep yelling at the cops and flicking them off every time we see them, since they want to be revenue generators so bad. If you happen to be a revenue generator in real life, I'm sorry. Just don't like you. Probably like them more if my experiences with them were better. But considering I've had them come to my property and try and be a tryhard, I'm just not friends with them. 99.9% of the time, they're up to no good. So, give them mad props for doing their job. Definitely a job that I'd be too afraid to do. But in the same hand, it also doesn't give them the right to do a lot of what they do. I actually had one trying to start a fight with me on my property. Got mad because I called him a liar. We were talking about power lines going across people's properties and stuff. My house is so old, there's no easements on my property. We have an agreed upon easement across the backside of my property, and Comcast had came through. One of the wires was down, and it cuts through the center of my yard. Essentially, it's grandfathered in. And while they had it down, I told them to move it to the easement so it's not cutting through my property. You know, the sensible thing to do. And police officer that came to handle the situation said that they're 100% within their rights to put it back up going through my property. Like, it cuts my property dead in half, even though they have an easement to the back going to that same building. And he's like, I have power lines cutting through my property. And it's like, you realize you're a public servant. I can just look up your name and see exactly where you live, and the satellite imagery shows that you have no power lines cutting across your property whatsoever. You don't even have neighbors because you live in the middle of the cornfields over in Essex. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. They want to lie blatantly to your face, but then they get pissy when you don't trust them. I had already done a bunch of research on the easements and all that stuff, and like, yeah, they can get an easement through your property, but they have to come to an agreement with the property owner. So if the property owner is telling you no to move it to an existing easement, it's not holding them back whatsoever. They should have just moved it. But, you know, cops, they got no power, and they're losing their mind over it now. was gonna start tipping. Looks like we're doing half of a clover leaf, or 2/3 of one. Assets that the creator of this mod used. I wonder if these are the same assets from the base game already, or if these are their own assets. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure the assets would have to be in the base game, like if they used them type deal. Come on, move. So kind of like that wall thing there, like in order for it to be in the game, I think it has to be in the game files as an asset. I don't know. I'm trying to think how maps get loaded. I want to say every time I'm watching the servers load up, that they load up object by object. Oh, they load up red light. They load up object by object, but they don't load up map piece by map piece, I don't believe. Except for maybe like Rust, where they have the monuments and stuff. They load up the monuments separately from the regular map, but definitely going to look into that more. Because if I want to build a map, I'm going to need assets. And I really don't want to be spending 20 or 30 bucks on some assets that I may never, ever, ever use again if I can't figure out the map building, or if I just lose interest altogether or whatever. And that's like a deal at 30 bucks. Like that, I want to say the last one I seen was on Humble Bundle was like an $800 or $900 package of, I think it was like 600 or 700 assets or something like that. But it was on sale, or Humble Bundle's a donation platform, so they take a bunch of software that's older and they bundle it up like games and stuff like that, and then allow people to donate to get those. So you can get, a while back they had like all the Far Cry games up, and I think it was like 60 bucks or something, which is still kind of crazy, but considering there's like 6 games and one of the games was currently like 60 bucks, it was like getting all the other games for free. Yeah, don't pull out if there's a semi there, dipshit. That easy. Kiki. Sorry. I'm driving. I must have really pissed her off. Green light. A giraffe! Oh, those are some cool streetlights. They seem a bit excessive, but nothing new for humans. Definitely some of the cooler lights I've seen. I'm only doing like 30 miles an hour. How the hell am I already in like my final gear? I was like just trying to slow down right as it hit. It looks like a mini Notre Dame. Not really, but kinda. Like, yeah, obviously it's red brick and it's not, you know, flagstone or whatever the old one made out of. And it's not nearly as decorated, but it has that same, like, two big Colosseums and things, and then comes back and wraps around. Glad they put the houses down low enough that we can still see the ocean. They knew what was important to block the view. It's a beautiful route. Why am I leaning so hard though? That was freaky. What the hell is that? There's like something in the road. That's the other thing they need to add is like gators, like blown semi-truck tires on the side of the road. Yeah, I mean there is already like some cones and little constructions and what was the other one? Oh, bags of garbage. So I mean I guess they should just change some of the bags of garbage to gators. I think that's an easy fix. And if you don't know what a gator is, that's what you call a blown semi-truck tire. Because if you open it up and lay it out, it kind of looks like a gator bag. And they almost always fuck up your car when you hit them. So. Set down like a little notepad with a pen over here, so that every time I find one of them little secret roads, I can write down where on the map it is, or just like that's what I should do. A picture of, wait, I don't think I'm supposed to go left here. No, it does give you a left. How? What? Isn't there a sign in front of me? Yeah, it's right there. How the fuck? It's like, I didn't hit it, but I'm gonna when I turn. Yo. Or maybe I won't. What? I really thought I was gonna smoke that sign. Tide must be out. It'd be so sick if it actually did come in, but like, I highly doubt the water moves with like the time of day or the moon, or because they just added the moon like a month or two back. I think it was 1.49 when they added the moon. Might have been 1.5. And I just like seen it the other day for the first time. I don't like nighttime. I just don't. And unlike most people, I just try to avoid what I don't like. I seriously cannot wait to see the difference between the money earned and my actual money when I finally go to buy that truck, I bet you I'll probably have been fined like $10,000 before I get that truck. I think I'm already at like 4,000, because what? I got 48,736 currently, but profit is 52,676. So like that's 2.6 something, and this is 2.6 something, which puts us at like 5.2, 5.3. So I've already 5.3 thousand euros in police fines. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Yep, you'd be dead. And that comes back to the driving like idiots. He didn't even slow down, just like locked it up at the last second. Ruined it. A Lambo. And a Porsche. Okay. And a Beamer. Looked like a 5 Series. Too blurry, don't know what that was. Looks like a Buick Rendezvous. Oh no, it's too small as a Subaru. It was an SUV looking thing. But it was the Subaru wagon. Greenhouse. Damn it! Where are you at? Piece of shit. Pass me up. Pretty sure I just lost like the entire friggin'. And it was in another fucking speed trap. It goes up to 80 like right after they give me the ticket. If I got tickets like this in real life, there'd be a serious problem. Holy shit. Thankfully, the cops are not this bad in real life. Even the raging dickheads are usually not that bad. Speaking of raging dickheads, I'm pretty sure the guy that fucked with me at my house already got fired. I haven't seen him over like the last 6 months, and I've seen like every other cop, because we got catfish days and all that stuff. But yeah, that one cop, I'm not even kidding, my wife had to come outside and defuse the situation, and she looked straight at him and she's like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but you need to leave. I got it all on camera too, because he was standing right in front of our Ring doorbell through the whole thing. So the 3 other cops that were with him were like staring at their feet, and they're like, dude, this guy's an idiot. Like, I can't believe you just said that. I was just glad to see that the other guys knew that this guy was an idiot, and they didn't seem to be siding with him. I mean, obviously, they didn't do anything about it either, which they should have. It is what it is. I think most of them were newer guys too, and that's why so many guys showed up. I had only seen like one of them, and I think they were all kind of training, and I get the feeling they didn't want any trouble past my wife yelling at them, and just waited until they were gone to tell him he fucked up and can him. I know I wasn't the only person. There was someone else, a couple, like 1 or 2 other people in the like city Facebook group thing that were bitching about their run-ins with 1 or meets, and I know when I have my Midwest MR2 meets, and I host them here in my yard because I got a big driveway and shit. I always warn everybody. I was like, behave coming through Wilmington. Like, the cops are Nazis through here. And I got pulled over. No, I should say, my wife got pulled over for having no front plate on the car so that they could check my ID as the passenger because I supposedly looked like someone they were looking for. Bet you heard that one before. And then they didn't get us on anything. They just let us go. They were just looking for anything and everything. I'm trying to think if I've actually been pulled over legitimately, now that I'm thinking about it. I know the speeding ones usually are the only ones that are usually pretty legit. Like, I've gotten... I don't know why I'd want to admit this, but I've gotten... I think it was 2 reckless endangerments. By the way, reckless endangerment's 31 over. Well, it used to be. Now it's like 20 or 21. But like when I first got my license back in, I think it was like 03 or some shit, it was still 31. And like I said, speed limit's 55 in Cook County, and nobody does under 80. So just flowing with traffic, you're committing reckless endangerment. Just keep that in your mind. I actually was. I mean, I was an idiot. I was a young kid just fucking ripping around. It was on I-55 late at night. There was very little traffic. And I was doing way over. I'm trying to remember exactly. I want to say when I seen the cop, I was doing, I think, 110, and his lights were gaining on me. And like I could go faster. I looked up in the mirror and I seen him gaining, and I was like, yeah, that's the cop. Nobody else is gonna be gaining on me like this. So I pulled over and just let him get me. And he's like, you have any idea how long I've been following you? No, not a clue. Yeah, have any idea how fast you were going? No. I know better than to say, because then you're gonna hang yourself. And he's like, yeah, I was sitting in the way station back at Weber Road. He stopped me at Lamont Road, just a couple miles down the road. And he said he was sitting in the way station just after Weber, and it took him that long to catch up to me. He said he was doing 80, he said he clocked me at 86, which would be 1 over for reckless, which is very obvious that he didn't actually radar me, and he was just throwing out a reckless just to give me something. He knew I was flying but had no idea. I can almost guarantee you, because in my memory back then I kind of replayed it and thought about it. There was a semi between me and that way station as I passed it, like a couple of them. I think he clocked the semi and not me. But he said 86, and I was like, okay, thank you. It is what it is, man. You got me. If I fuck up, I fuck up. It's that easy. I'll admit it. So, but that's about the only time that was legit is when it was speeding. Almost every other time it was like, Oh, why were you swerving back there? And, like, dodging potholes and friggin'. Uh, I had a couple that never even bothered to explain why they pulled me over. I had some where they were coming past me and claimed like my license plate light bulb was out. Stupid shit like that. Things that they wouldn't even be able to tell driving past you late at night. Blatantly obvious that they're just being assholes. Um, I want to say speeding ticket wise, I think I had only had like a handful, but I had a shitload of no plates, tints, exhausts, um, squealing tires. Funny enough, I have no illegal street racing. Uh, but I did get an obstruction of highway for street racing, which is the weird part. I'll explain that one on the next episode. Till next time, peace. If you liked today's episode, please consider leaving a like and subscribing as it goes a long way to helping the channel to grow. Thank you.